Hey guys, Bipolar Barbie here. And I'm kind of writing this song about my friend Hannah, and it's really hard. And it just kind of hit me with emotion, which happens every time I try and write it, which is exactly why I need to write it. But contrary to how much of my feelings I really post about online, I don't feel that much. I'm really good at intellectualizing the feelings away and describing them and writing them and expressing them. And therefore, they're kind of outside of my body and I don't have to feel them anymore. And I think part of the reason that we get caught up in an emotion is because we don't kind of want to let it go. Because that emotion signifies a really important or significant moment in our life. And I think for me, expressing that and representing it in art, which is like a diary of my life or whatever content I create, it's like validating that for me. It validates that pain, it validates that emotion, and therefore that experience. But I think there is like a certain type of emotion or experience that you can just probably never validate. Like you will never put behind you. And that is losing your best friend to suicide. And I don't really know if it makes it better or worse that I've been there too, that I know the struggle that you fought side by side with someone. I think losing anyone regardless hurts. And I'm really in two minds about my friend Hannah because I get it. I get it, Han. I really do. I don't blame you. And I think, honestly, for her, it was the right decision. But it still hurts to know that you're never going to see someone's face ever again. But I am not going to be selfish enough to tell her that she should have stayed here for me because I know what it's like. And as much as I encourage everyone to keep going and keep fighting, and I don't think she's probably one of the only people in the world that would fall into this category. But she had literally exhausted every single option. And I mean that literally. Like, for 20 years, I'm not even joking, 20 years she was in and out of the psych ward. She had tried every single alternative therapy. She tried every single drug. She tried every single medication. Like, she had literally just been around the world and done everything. She was so bad in the end that she was living in the psych ward. She would only spend a couple of days a year, a couple of weeks at the most, and the only reason she would leave the psych ward is because the health insurance and the government would kick her out because they're like, you can't stay in here this long, so we're going to have to kick you out for a couple of days and reset that timer so we can let you back in again. And she had to be in there because she was just, for lack of a better word, fucked up. She had schizophrenia. She had bipolar. She had to be medicated because she was a danger to herself and other people. And she would have these really intense psychotic episodes. And that is hard enough to live with. Trying to get that under control with treatment-resistant bipolar, schizophrenia, schizoaffective, any form of psychosis is really challenging for someone to go through. Not to mention you've got the lows and you've got everything else. And without going on a rant of what she went through, I just really want people to understand the magnitude of her situation, the magnitude of all of our situations. But I feel like compared to her, my struggles were nothing. Like, I didn't feel like I could even talk to her about mental health because I had nothing on her. Absolutely nothing. She was on the last line of treatment. She was having electric shock therapy. She had literally gone through every medication and every doctor within like 100-kilometer radius. Like, she had people scratching their heads going, we cannot help you. We have tried everything known to man, and this is as good as you are gonna get. And after living in a psych ward for 20 years in this day and age, you start hearing that, then I think whatever hope you do have will be lost. And she knew that. I mean, I'm so proud of her for fighting so hard. And when people say that help is out there, it's like, yeah, there might be help out there. It's hard to find and it's expensive. But if you do find it, you do persist for the thousandth, like millionth time a year. Like, sometimes even that's not enough. And I know people are going to misconstrue this video. I don't know. I'm just ranting because I'm feeling dangerous things happen when I feel. And it's not a praising suicide video. I don't want it to be that. I just wanted to explain why I'm okay with her choice despite how much it hurts me. I don't think other people should make that choice. But I am glad that I don't have to watch her be in pain anymore. Not that she would ever let you see it, but you know how like in someone's eyes you can see it? Like, she fought with pride. She was the definition of like, I don't make a big deal about anything. Like, I just deal with my shit. I just go about my life. And I guess most of all, I really can't bear the thought of her just being another statistic. Like, this is a person. Like, everyone knows someone or knows someone who knows someone that's died of suicide, yet we talk about mental health so detached from ourselves, and we talk about suicide like it's not actually something that happens. We talk about mental health like it's not actually something that happens to, like, real people. It's just, like, those people, you know? It can happen to anyone. And I could not stand, and I really hope I can portray this in my song, but I could not stand the way people talk about the last time she finally tried to take her life and succeeded. Like, she committed, like, I fully just, like, sucked that tear up. That was funny. But, like, people talk about her suicide like it was homicide. You know, like she committed a crime. Like, people talk about it like she committed murder. You know? And people are so selfish. They don't see people struggling when it's right in front of them. And then they even have the nerve to be just as selfish after the fact. Oh, only if, she'd reached out to us, we would have been there for her. Not that many people did that with Hannah, because it got to the point in her life where she really did have no one. She was 38 years old. She didn't have kids. She just had a few close friends. And that was it. But I saw on Twitter the other day, everyone's going on about, hey, this person, these famous people took their life. It's so sad, and all of this stuff is going on. And someone, I think it was Iggy Azalea, went to like a mental health event, and she heard people's stories, like people like me talking about mental health and sharing their stories. And she said she was so grateful that she could hear those stories. And I tweeted to her and was like, yeah, you should be grateful, because unfortunately there are so many stories that you will never hear. Like 75,000 people take their own life each month. That's not okay. And whatever their reasons are, and God, people have their reasons. We need to be troubleshooting those reasons. We need to not just be talking about mental health or promoting that we need to talk about mental health. Like, we need to teach people how to talk about it. Because people don't know. And then I see all of these people, I'm ranting now, and I'm going to rant, so let me rant. But I see all of these people talking about mental health. It's like, yeah, that's great, but you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, it's the cool thing to do to talk about mental health, and that's fine. Anyone can talk about anything. But there is just so much misinformation out there on the internet. There is so much misinformation about everything. And I think we do need to be really careful about the way that we talk about it. We need to remember that our own experiences are really just personal. I can only speak for my personal journey, and if you relate to some of it, that's great. But you're not going to relate to all of it because you're not me. And that's okay. I don't expect everyone to relate to every aspect of me. Like, that would be stupid. And not many people, even if you had the same diagnosis as me, we're still different people. Like, we're shaped differently from the moment that we are born. We are molded by our society. And then there's genetics on top of that. So, I don't know. This is my rant. My cry. I haven't cried in a while. I just look up at the stars and look at all my beautiful angels and feel their light shining down on me. And I want you all to know it's okay to cry. I don't cry. I mean, I haven't really, I probably count on like one hand the amount of times I've cried since my friend Hannah died. And it's like almost been a year, but not quite. And that's because not many people I knew her, so I didn't have anyone to cry with. And I think when nobody else is emotionally connected to your situation, they just kind of go, well, yeah, that sucks, but like, get over it. And I think you can get over it and you can still feel about it. I don't think you will ever get over something like that. I think you can get through it. But it will always be a part of you. She will always be a part of me. And I will find a way to, I don't know. You know what? I feel like I really just want to write this song for her. I really want to get this rap song out there. And I want it to be great because I want the whole world to know her name. And I think in doing that, it puts a name to suicide. I think we need to put the person back into the stigma and make it relatable. And remember that mental illness is real. God, it's real. So people just, I don't know. I just want to slap all the haters out there. I want to slap everyone that says mental illness isn't real. I want to slap you so goddamn hard. I just want to touch your forehead, and I just want to for you to feel my life, for you to experience my life flashing before your eyes. Like, walk a day in my shoes. And then tell me what you think about me. And stop telling other people what you think you know about them. Because I can tell you right now, you don't know shit. I don't even know me. But I'm learning. I'm growing. I feel like this is a useless rant video. YOLO, whatever. Much love to you all. Feel free to share my content, like it, comment. Trying to get back to the comments. I better get back to writing because it's not going to write itself. I should write it in a book though. Like, how sick would this be if I wrote it in like a Harry Potter book? Like, you know, Tom Riddle's diary, like Lord Voldemort's diary, where it's like, it like speaks to him and the words like disappear. Yeah, like that, but like with my tears. That'd be cool. Auf Wiedersehen, my people. If you feel not okay today, let me know. Let me know, because you are not alone. And what I love most about posting these videos is I see a real community growing around it. It's not around me, but it's around the issue. And when people post things in the comments below, I think it's really awesome that other people will also kind of reach out and offer some assistance or comfort to people who are struggling. And I think that is really cool. It doesn't take much to be kind to a stranger, but you could honestly save someone's life. And I think that mental illness is just such a big issue. We should talk about it a lot more to anyone and everyone. You don't have to push mental illness, but I think just showing some kindness and reaching out to someone, asking them the question regardless of whether they reply or not. Hey, how you going? I genuinely care and am interested in the answer to that question. Yeah, this video is 20 minutes now. Ready to go. Again, Auf Wiedersehen. Third time lucky. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Okay, I'm really hanging up now because I'm hanging for a cigarette. Woo! My eyes are like red as fuck. No, I'm going. That's what I'm doing.